What happens when you take 13 of Saskatchewan's best and most creative chefs, along with a room full of local celebrities from the worlds of arts, politics, and entertainment, and introduce them to 17 dedicated organic farmers and the exceptional products they produce. Where you might just get yourself an invitation to dining with the stars.
She took your number, took your last name, took your truck from the drive. Left no warning, no explanation, up and left with some other guy. She was the shoe that didn't fit, baby, now she made you cry. Maybe the reason was a lesson, a blessing in disguise. What you need is a real good woman, one who cares, boy, what you're dreaming of. What you need is a real good woman, one that can show you how to love, a real good woman. It ain't a heart attack, not a stroke, ain't a cold, and it sure ain't the flu. Maybe this is much worse, it's a heartache, baby, she's been cheating on you. I ain't no doctor, I'm not a nurse, but one thing I know for sure, it ain't a stiff drink, it's not a pill, baby, I got the cure. What you need is a real good woman, one who cares, boy, what you're dreaming of. What you need is a real good woman, one that can show you how to love, a real good woman. Your dreams are closer than they've ever been before. Come on over, this could be so much more. What you need is a real good woman, one who cares, boy, what you're dreaming of. What you need is a real good woman, one that can show you how to love, a real good woman. Yeah, real good woman.
We'll just do that little bit of, so glad you're able to join us tonight. This is our fourth event with Dine with the Star. We're going to have Mr. David Tanner going to ask the blessing for us in a minute or two. Before that all happens, I am going to introduce our celebrity who is really helping us out tonight, our star who I called at 6 o'clock last night. And I was just so appreciative of Sheila whipping home after work today, changing and making it out here, and is going to be our guest celebrity. And I understand she has a real interest in local and organic food, but is interested in learning a lot more, as our evenings are called edutainment evenings, a little education and some entertainment, lots of good food, and they are part of a reality TV series. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. I was approached, given the opportunity to work for the Food Miles Committee of the Saskatchewan Organic Directorate as the media coordinator, and I started that position back in the end of May, beginning of June. And my mandate for that position was to create awareness of local and organic food amongst the consumers of Saskatchewan. My big project was my idea of doing Dine with the Star.
Organic producers really have a leg up in this process because they understand the standards and the licensing and all of that aspect, and whatever is organic will certainly qualify as local food. So I think you are where local food is heading, and I'm hopeful that it'll provide space for you. And I think that events like this are at the front line of promotion of both local food and organic as well, because this is of interest to consumers and people who like food, these kinds of events. This is fabulous. It's a pleasure to be here.
We're good friends of Hazel and Dave's, and she always talks a lot about all the organic stuff and the health benefits to it, and I find myself in the grocery store now going to the organic department.
I have family who are organic farmers, and I have had tasted some organic food, and I like it, and I liked it, and I come tonight to try more different stuff.
We have a lot of local support, so if we can support locally, other than, rather than commercial, big box, suppliers, it's an exciting opportunity for us and a direction we would certainly like to head.
I'm really excited about meeting new friends. To me, that's often more important than food, although organic food, of course, is certainly dear to our hearts as well. So I just appreciate being able to be at Banbury House as well. Something I've looked forward to doing for a long time, and just to learn more myself, as well as maybe share some of our experience and our knowledge.
I also enjoyed meeting new friends, new organic producers, and learning to find out more how this is progressing.
I honestly haven't ever tasted organic food, so this is a great opportunity to try it. I catch myself looking at it, and I think now with having a baby and my daughter, having them eat healthier would be a good choice. So I'm really interested in trying it to see if I could tell the difference between organic and the other stuff that you normally eat on a daily basis.
I feel the same way as Christine. Although I have tried some organic food that is in the grocery stores today, I am excited about tasting everything that there is on the menu. Even to find out that there was organic coffee, which I'm a big coffee drinker, so that's a bonus right there. But also from a health conscious outlook, I think eating organic is probably much better for our system.
It just seems sustainability is a way of life, and I think it's very nice that we have a chance to enjoy some of the local products created by the organic producers.
I think a lot of people, including myself, don't really think a lot about where their food comes from. Just pick up whatever looks good and what's most convenient, but I think something like this is important just to get people thinking about that.
I'm here to enjoy my fourth meal. I have to say, you spread it looks like a lot of food, but if you spread the food over a few hours and some good discussion, I've gone home satisfied and filled and with my heart warm from the comments from people around the table.
What I was looking forward to tonight about was actually meeting other people that embrace organics, either consumer or producer, and actually being part of helping others to learn more about and know more about organics.
We are rather passionate about organic and eating local.
My name is Ray Aspinall, and I've been farming all my life, basically. Lived just a quarter mile to the south of here, born and raised. Haven't always been there. I was gone for 4 years to a farm in Rosetown country, but anyway, came back in 1981 and have been here ever since. At that point in time, we started a farm, or set the farm name up as Daybreak Farms for this area. And at that point in time, we were farming conventionally. And by the time 1987 rolled around, we were tired of that and what the chemicals, et cetera, were doing, and we switched over to farming organically. Although we did not certify at that time, we farmed organically up until 1996, and with the encouragement of my neighbor who was organic, he said, if you're going to farm that way, for goodness sakes, get yourself certified so you can capitalize on the dollars. We grew everything that he grew, and that's everything from millet and buckwheat and 2 different kinds of hard wheat and spelt and what we call old Polish wheat, or a little bit of kamut, barley, flax, oats. Last year we seeded a total of 13 different varieties, and our actual commodity sheet or price sheet has 50-some products on it that we offer based on the whole basis of stuff that we actually grow on the farm here, all Saskatchewan grown processed stuff. We buy nothing outside of our own basic area. So we seed a lot of stuff.
Well, it's interesting, my perspective, in that I come from the side of a mom, of course. And when we first had our little family, I wanted to start feeding them healthier, so I started to make my own bread. And my husband really appreciated the homemade bread, got kind of hooked into where you always had the homemade bread then. And then as we learned more about the organics and how to eat even healthier, it's just become more of a passion as we go along. You know, I can't really say what got me started to get onto this, but maybe it was just reading a little bit here and there. You know how it comes to you from different areas, and you start to realize if we want our children to be healthy, we're going to have to feed them healthy.
The value adding never started until 2003, when this gentleman sitting beside me, who was part of the same organic chapter, Alvin Shareski, was, because of age and so on, it's time to for him to slow down. And the wife kept saying, call him, maybe he'll sell, call him. And I said, no, he'll want too much money. So anyway, I finally did. He got excited because someone was going to take over his legacy. In 2003, we started moving everything in June, and by August 17th, we were running. We were making flour by August 17th, and the building was up, but it all had to be wired, and all the equipment moved and set up and then going. But when he took over from Alvin, the clientele he already had transferred over to us, and that clientele varied all the way from Newfoundland to the Queen Charlotte Islands. My wife and my dream was to always be able to do some value adding off the farm rather than sell into the whole stream organic market kind of a thing. Well, we started with the stores that came alongside after Alvin moved off, or moved away and let us take over. But for a long time I said, we are the brawn, he's the brains. Because if we needed a problem, like he lived down here just about for the first few months. Wow. To get us going on the flour mills and everything, and because the formulas and everything all were kept the same thing. And he would, 40 miles away, 40 minutes, if we had a problem, he was in the truck just like today and down here, and he used to come in and just listen to the equipment. It was music to his ears, is what he'd say. So, and because of Alvin in his younger years, when he would load his truck and head west, that generation of people that he was feeding, they spread across Canada. We got people that knew of him in Newfoundland and on the Queen Charlotte Islands. We got a client in the Yellowknife, Northwest Territories. And it's all because of going back that many years that, you know, people remember his name and the legacy that he had built.
What I am seeing is a lot of mums calling that are interested in feeding their family healthy. And so they're in they form buying co-ops of other mums, and they get all together and they order a pallet load so they can all order it for way less money in the shipping, and I think that's pretty smart. But then I also saw a need where sometimes mums don't want a 20-kilogram bag of flour, so we started to work on the smaller packaging idea where we go from 500 gram up to the 20 kilogram. The website has really helped a lot because anybody that is just looking up the word organic and wanting a small bag of flour or whatever, they can pop on there.
We take our own product that we produce on our own land as much as we possibly can, and we clean it. And from there, we sell it as 20-kilogram bags, as whole grain, or else flour. We got flour mills, or else cereal, or we got different cereal blends. And if you buy something in Regina or Calgary or whatever, everything goes out with the number, and that can come right back. And I can tell you the field it was produced on, the bin it was put in, the day it was combined, etc., the day that field was seeded. So the traceability is there right from beginning to end. We try to go above and beyond as high an integrity level as we can possibly get to. It's Old-Fashioned Foods in Regina. They're a big client of ours, and they've grown even since because the organic market is growing. And that's one place. We go into Nutters, in not all Nutter stores, but several in Saskatchewan. And we are in stores one in Brandon, 3 in Winnipeg. Yeah, 3 in Winnipeg. And we're in Saskatoon and North Battleford. Prince Albert, we're in a big store in Calgary. And we got bakers, a baker in Thunder Bay and 2 bakers in Edmonton. And a baker in Calgary takes some of our rye flour, and we're just in the process of coming on stream with another one in Calgary as well.
We have sent out sample products to some of the stores and asked them to give it amongst their staff, and that's what they've done, and that's how some of them come on board. They go, yeah, we really like that, so we're going to start carrying it.
Where it all is going to end up at, we don't know.
Success to me, I feel, is actually feeling good about what you're doing and knowing that you are adding to the quality of people's lives and helping train and encourage to have healthier futures.
Success is being satisfied, I think, with what you do and feeling good about what you do. And we're looking after people with the food that we produce. And success can also be probably translated, in our case, into feeding 3 families off of 12 quarters of land, as opposed to some people 100 quarters of land feeding maybe 2 families. To me, that's success, because value adding on the door, at your door, you set your price at the farm gate, as opposed to being price takers. So success, I think that's probably where I view it as. Food is what you eat is going to keep you going, or not keep you going. And if we can produce the best we can with this no synthetic man-made product and go back to where nature was, if we go back to the basics, that I would say that's the principles that guide us and keep our product as good as it is where it is.
Feeling satisfied after you're retired.
When's that going to be?
I'm passionate enough to think that if you don't want to be if you're going into organics for the market, forget it. Or for the dollar, forget it. Because there's more to it than that. You have to be in it for the principle of it.
Because in the end, your health will pay big rewards, and you'll influence people around you that you will feel good about, because you'll see rewards in their life as well.
Years ago, Red Skelton was on TV, and he always had that little kick to flip to a step kind of thing. You just feel like doing that every day when you go outside.
Will you do it for us later?
No.
You need to know what food tastes like. Real food, not with all the additives and everything else, real food. And so I was looking forward to that tonight then, to be right up front honest. I've heard about Banbury House for years. I've never been here, and so I said, this is a good opportunity to come see what...
I want to pause to tell you that I confessed early in the game to being a chemical farmer. And having confessed, I'm a little disappointed David didn't mention me in his prayer.
We're ready to ask Pat Magel, who's been swimming in the kitchen and is our host chef, our star chef for this evening. And I'm going to ask her between courses to talk a little bit about why she chose and perhaps even where you got some things, and I've put cheat sheets in there for everybody.
Well, your first is going to be your stuffed mushroom caps. They're organic, and they have the red and green lentil also in them, and some basil, and they're topped with a bit of organic mozzarella cheese. That'll be your first one.
Sounds so good. And the lentils probably came from some...
From Tanner's.
From Tanner's, right here.
And plus the red lentil soup is also lentils from Tanner's.
Are wonderful. Very good.
No, not straight restaurants, no.
What a good idea to put lentils. Stuff them with lentils. There's green lentils, and there's red lentils, and there's yellow kind of looking lentils, and there's brown lentils. And we found out at one of our other evenings that the brown lentils are the delicacy in Europe, whereas here they're used for cattle feed.
And I don't think well.
I do try to eat healthy, like when I'm shopping, it's lots of vegetables and that, but boy, am I going to start really looking into the organic. And you know, when I'm at the gym, I'm always looking for something that is high in protein as opposed to high in carbs. I think I just found a good answer right in front of me, and it's delicious. So,
didn't know what a lentil was, to be honest, but the lentil soup was fantastic.
I'm excited still, and I'm thrilled, though not surprised, at the passion about organics from the producers and from those people. But I'm really honored and privileged to hear the comments from our guests.
Well, I've enjoyed this thoroughly, and I think that those buns were the best buns I've ever eaten.
Some of these items on the menu are my favorite things, and this food is excellent.
This has been fantastic. The food's been fantastic. It's been great. I'm looking forward to the entertainment later on.
Back as well. He grows strawberries. He does, I mean, they started out with sour cherries, but he also grows apricots, which are to die for. He says they're smaller than the regular apricots, but the flavor is incredible. And they grow strawberries, which produce throughout the year. And once again, Aj has had a chance to see these, but they put the strawberries, put dirt into eaves troughs, raise the eaves troughs this high off the ground, put them on a stand. They don't run into the weeds.
Okay, our next course is the chicken breast with the shiitake mushroom sauce and a little bit of spinach lasagna. And we'll keep it small so you don't...
I mean, just growing up on, well, I only grew up on 10 acres, but as a child, I remember going to my grandparents' place. They had a beautiful farm in Manitoba. We'd go out and milk the cows in the morning. We'd have fresh cream that we just separated off. On the side of the hill, we'd pick fresh raspberries. She had a garden like you'd never seen a garden before, including all the cartoon characters painted and put up throughout for all the kids. And it was like a children's, it was just wonderful. And you didn't worry about having candy or the latest chocolate bar. You were in Grandma's garden picking the peas and the strawberries, and hopefully you didn't get caught, you know. But that's what you ate.
honestly, I mean, when you say organic, you automatically think of a healthy alternative lifestyle, living, way of eating. I just haven't really been one that's been serious about looking into it, but after tonight, I think my mind is going to be totally changed. And not only is the flavor of the foods fantastic, you can actually taste your food without having to apply salt and whatever other alternatives, ketchup, whatever. You know, I mean, isn't that a mainstay in our diet today?
Condiment.
Yes, thank you. That's the term I was looking for. But no, the flavor is fantastic, and yeah, it's something I'm going to take seriously.
I believe that you have to enter into any scenario with an open mind, and once you get there, you have to allow the event to change you. And you learn from getting together with a group like this, where you have experts and you have professionals and you have people who care and you have people of passion and you have the growers and the producers, and then you have the people that just want to enjoy good, healthy, organic, and hopefully local food.
Tried chicken pie, schwartz, apple, cherry, and Saskatoon, and then I also have a rainbow that's not quite cut yet. They're eyeing it up.
The word is out on me. Saskatoon, of course.
Thank you.
When we are required to verbalize and to work from memory what we've experienced in the evening and have it captured on captured live, so to speak, it's almost hard to put it into words, because there's so many things that happen and there's so many things that we learned, and there's so many new people that we had a chance to speak with, and I know in my own case sometimes I surprised myself at the things I was saying. I didn't realize I was that intelligent or that knowledgeable. So yay me. And if I hadn't had an evening like this, I wouldn't have known that, and I'm very grateful. And the rest of you are equally intelligent and entertaining, and I've enjoyed it immensely. Thank you.
Val is too modest. I like the things I said too. It was the, it was the why.
A very pleasant way of being educated on organic food and organic way of living and eating, nutritious, and I think from this day forward I'm going to be looking at organic alternative, not even alternatives. I want to make it a mainstay in my life.
Very educating, met a lot of wonderful people and great food, and again I'm going to be going through my cupboards and my fridges and go the organic way and introduce it to my family slowly. I won't tell them. Just say, which one do you like better? But yeah, I definitely learned a lot tonight and met a lot of great people here. And I'm looking forward to moving forward, and it gave us some great ideas to maybe start our own little thing.
What a great night. What else can I say? Thanks everybody for coming to the inn, and Marianne for exposing us to all of this. It's been a really pleasant evening.
I'm leaving you a diamond in the gravel drive, burning all the rubber off these old ball tires. Now, baby, that's what you call a goodbye. Goodbye, and I won't think twice. I'm leaving with my head held high. It's enough to see the look in your eyes. I'm satisfied with $27 till the tank runs dry. I'm leaving you a diamond in the gravel drive, burning all the rubber off these old ball tires. Now, baby, that's, I've got $27 till the tank runs dry. I'm leaving you a diamond in the gravel drive, burning all the rubber off these old ball tires. Now, baby, that's what you call a goodbye.
I know you asked me last minute, but it was such a pleasure, and so far I'm so stuffed and we're halfway through, but it's fantastic, and a lot of wonderful people that we've met so far and had a chance. I can't wait to just individually speak with you some more and learn more about what you do and what you grow, and it's so very interesting. Thank you.
Like